What's going on, everybody? It's Kelly, and welcome to episode number 50 of Sub Sunday. Hey, I made it like halfway there. I think I survived more than the majority of podcasts out there on YouTube now, so I'm quite proud of myself. And most of the time, it's been a one-man show. So,
Nice.
yep. And we have Shawty Sim.
So
What's up, Small?
what up, y'all? Happy 50th.
Yeah, right. Um, then we have Ricardo, right? Did I butcher your name?
No, you did not. Ricardo,
Awesome.
Ricky,
Ricardo,
whatever.
if you remember him from a couple subs, about 10 sub Sundays ago, roughly.
No. Oh yeah. I was there for like 10 minutes.
No. You were there the first time you were on there.
Oh, the first time I was in there, I think it was May actually. It might have been April. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It
Oh
was a
God!
while.
Somebody turn that off, please. If I have to listen to "Oh My Golly, What a Holly Jolly Christmas" this year over and over, I might stab somebody.
Smite someone. Do you think is Christmas music coming in too early for y'all?
I have no
Uh-oh.
clue. Yes, it is.
Phone
Way
call.
too early. Oh, phone call. Why'd you mess with this, kid? Come on. Oh. Sorry.
May I ask why there's a green blanket on?
That's my green screen.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it allows me to remove the background whenever I stream.
Okay.
And no matter how much I tell my kids not to mess with it, they mess with it, and it drives me nuts. And I'm sitting here, I'm trying not to flip my crap and yell because I keep straightening it out and organizing it, pinning it in place, and then they walk over and they rip it down, and it's kind of like, but I can't do that.
No, you can't.
And then we have Jordan sitting. I'm sorry, hold on a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Introduce me. I forgot.
Okay, and then we have Jordan sitting in the background, really quiet, probably playing a video game.
No, I'm not. I'm sitting here.
Okay. It's actually a green sheet, not a blanket, okay? So, meh. But yeah.
Now, Jordan, you might hear this all the time, and it's not because you're black, but in relation to Michael Jordan.
It's because you're black, Jordan. Don't let him lie to you. His last name's Goins?
Yeah.
Oh, Goins. Oh, I thought his last name was Jordan.
No, his name is Jordan.
Yeah, my name's Jordan. Last name Goins.
Oh, my bad. Goins.
So,
can't ever say I made a Goins before.
50 freaking episodes, man. I didn't even plan for this one. I was like, what number is it today? Oh, it's 50. Damn, I should have planned for this. I could have done so much more.
No, tomorrow's another day, right? And it's just gonna keep on going and going.
Yeah.
51 will be here, and 52.
And then I'll blink and there's 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, 50. I can't believe I made it 50. Because I mean, the lifespan for the majority of YouTube podcasts is something like 10 episodes.
Is it really?
Yeah, it seriously is.
The
average episodes for a podcast before it dies out is about 10 episodes.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How many other podcasts have I ever tried to start? And this is the only one that's made it this long.
You know what? I guess you're right, because I tried to do Mind on Movies, and that did go pretty well, but yeah, it just stopped after that. But how?
I know of a podcast that stopped on 10. They got to 10 and was like, oh, we're calling it. They just never came back.
There you go.
It happened with one of the first podcasts I was in. We made it to episode 10, and then we never did another one.
And it's funny in all the episodes they're saying, come back next week for episode 11. Never gonna happen.
I just can't believe that shit, man. How the fuck then did I go to 105 right now? Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy when you look at the statistics. Okay, you look at how often people start podcasts, and then you look at, I'm sorry if I'm fiddling with this, why I talk to you guys, but then you look at the outcomes and which ones last the longest. Most of them stop around episode 10.
Well, Sam, I think Jedi carried you for the first 40 of Crewcast.
What, with bitching about COD all the time?
Sure.
I'm still a little sour with Jedi. Little salty. Banned me on Twitter.
Is that what he did?
On Twitter?
He got upset. Okay, so this is the story. Tony was asking about games. Tony 2.0, one of the other ex-Crewcast members.
Oh yeah, I remember him. You guys talk about computers and shit.
Yeah, we were talking about games, and I said, hey, pick up Alien Colonial Marines. It's dirt cheap, and it's got multiplayer. We could play. And he's like, I heard that game was crap. I said, have you ever played it? No, but I heard it was crap. I said, why don't you play a game instead of, and develop your own opinion instead of just assuming it's crap.
Right.
And then Jedi chimes in, going, that was the most horrible game I ever played. I'm like, okay, have you even played it? He's like, yeah, I bought it, and I regret buying it. I'm like, okay, what was the problem with it? And he goes, da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay. So it didn't live up to a trailer that was released like a year before the game was released? Is why you don't like it?
Well, before you go any further, how much was the game?
I paid like $10 for the season pass in the game.
Oh my god, he's bitching about that.
Yeah, and you know what? I enjoyed playing it.
I did.
You didn't?
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, that's just how it is sometimes. I've had everyone try to hype up, say, "Oh, you should get Gauntlet, and and I did. Thank you, Kelly. But I think out of the majority of the people who pressured me to get it, I was the one who played it the most, and everyone else just fell off and stopped playing it. And so I don't get how quickly your opinion changes. Just
damn it fell. Okay.
Yeah, everybody told me to get Binding of Isaac because it was a great game. I'm playing it, and I'm just sort of like, this is kind of boring. It's fun. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, that Binding of Isaac is fun because it's just demented. The story is what makes Binding of Isaac fun.
Yeah, the very first minute where they're going over the story, I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome, and then you get to the gameplay, I'm like, oh, it's kind of not that
also,
into it.
The other part of what makes Binding of Isaac fun is it is hard as shit. It is very difficult.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is very difficult.
I'll have to give that a try then.
Yeah,
I beat the first one, and the second one has the same story.
Well, it's a remake.
Oh.
It's a remake of the game that came out 2 years before?
Yes.
What?
It's a remake. It's a remake with a bunch of new stuff in it. It's like the ultimate DLC remake, more or less.
I thought this was like Binding of Isaac 2.
No, it's.
I started playing it, and I'm like, did I start the wrong game? I've already heard this.
No, it's just a complete remake. So, long story short, it ended up with Jedi insulting me, and then I called him out on his abilities to play video games, comparing it to a retard with a controller. And he blocked me on Twitter.
That?
Yeah, and then he deleted me from the Skype and all the other stuff that we were connected on, and I apologized for calling him a retard with a controller. And I asked him to unblock me, and he's like, "That's not why I unblocked. That's not why I blocked you." I said, "Then why?" "Because I want to," which means.
No, he blocked you because you mentioned controller. If you said retard with keyboard and mouse, he would have been all about it.
You're right. My bad.
Whatever, dude. I think it's not really a huge loss on your part at all.
It's just funny now to me. Hilarious.
Hey, how old is the guy that blocked you?
Oh, I have no clue.
How old is he? He's 28, I think.
I'm a grow the fuck up guy. Come on, man.
All right.
Put it this way: it's more a joke now than anything. Something I like to just bitch about because it's funny to me.
All right, Kelly, I have a topic connected to that.
Okay.
So we were talking about Jedi, and earlier this week, you turned into an angry nerd on YouTube. And there was one comment that I agreed with, but I was about to type that comment out, but then I was like, I need to stop because I'm going to get upset and get really angry.
Which one?
Your 6-minute rant about Star Wars. I'm like, this stupid motherfucker.
What, on the trailer? On the movie trailer?
Yeah, on the trailer.
Well, it's not even. I talk about the fact that Disney took the entire extended universe and the Old Republic stuff, the stuff that they've been building on to build up to the series that we watched in the movie theaters, and they shat on it. They're like, oh, this is no longer canon. This is no longer what happens in the universe. Everything that comes after this point is what happens in the new Star Wars universe. But all that stuff that's been around for almost, 20 years is no longer part of the story.
Well, no, I don't think that's quite accurate. It depends.
No, they released a statement stating that anything after
Okay,
Return of the Jedi.
What was your problem with the trailer? Like, what was your problem?
Oh,
What's wrong with the trailer?
my issue with the trailer?
Yeah.
The movie's not out. That's my issue with the damn trailer.
What do you-
And that in the beginning, it's like all of a sudden it's like, boom, Black Stormtrooper, what's up?
Yeah.
I thought
It's like what?
I think it scared me a little bit, but
It's like, whoa! First of all, you are tampering with a group of nerds that will chase you with their plastic lightsabers and beat you.
Oh wait. Did
Could
you
we-
have a problem with the? Did you have a problem with the Black Stormtrooper?
Exactly.
No,
That's the problem?
absolutely not. I have zero
This is
issue
Kelly.
with the Black Stormtrooper at all. But the thing that caught me was like, whoa! Can we at least save the black dude popping up in the desert for like halfway through the trailer?
oh, the good thing
Let's
about
give
this,
us something familiar first, okay? Before you spring something like that on us, all right?
Right.
Kelly, the thing that they're breaking with this trilogy is there's going to be more than one black person.
Exactly.
There's the
That's fine.
the black guy that popped up who's a main character, and then there's a black girl who's also going to be a main character.
I just want to point out that there's really, for the people who think this is a race issue, it's just in the Star Wars universe. You have to understand that because before all this, there were
Majority
just
of
clones.
people are white people
but
or different colors. There
well,
are very-
no. I was gonna say more so that let's figure that all the Jangos have died because that's how the clones
Yeah.
were built to have a shortened or half-life expectancy. But the Empire is supposed to be pretty much the Nazis,
yes.
and now they've got a bunch of black stormtroopers running around here.
Well,
That's
he's probably
good.
not a stormtrooper.
That's not good for business.
He's a main character in the story, so he's probably just in the suit,
Now,
running
also,
around in the desert.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
possible, but this is also like, I figure, I don't know, how old are Jason and Jaina? They got to be in their 20s, so this is at least a good 30 years after Return of the Jedi, maybe 40 years, because, well, no, about maybe 30 years, give or take, because there was a good 10 years that the Solo twins weren't born until later. And so at this point, the Empire is not as Nazi-ish, not you know what I'm trying to say, ish,
It's close enough.
as they originally were, because after the fall of the Emperor, more alien races took ranks in the hierarchy of the Empire after the fall of Palpatine, and they started accepting different races and different people in there. So it is completely possible that he was trained on the stormtrooper planet where they train him, because they actually have a full planet dedicated to training stormtroopers, and he was put out there. But it is one of those things that's going to shock the crap out of you when you see it and you're not expecting it.
And that's what it was. That's what it was meant to do.
Have you seen the George Lucas version of the trailer?
Yeah, that was a good one.
No,
Here,
I've not seen that one.
Here, I just linked it. Watch it. It's the same trailer with just it's the same footage with just different changes, and it's brilliant.
It's pretty funny. I thought it was well
You see
done.
the-
Whoever did
I
that.
saw that you didn't like the new lightsaber. I think you'll like the lightsaber in this trailer more.
What's wrong with the new lightsaber?
Hold
Well,
on.
I don't know what's wrong with the new lightsaber.
Have you seen the new lightsaber?
Yeah, do you not like it?
It makes no sense.
Why wouldn't it make sense?
What's the point of the hilt?
To protect your hand.
Okay, I have a full reason for this.
Full reason why it would protect your hand?
Hold on. This is nice.
It's funny how the dude in the X-Wing gets shot in the head randomly for no reason. Then you have Anakin standing there.
That's funny. The dark side in trade negotiations.
What?
The
So-
8 million TIE fighters out of nowhere. Okay, see, here's my issue with the new lightsaber. Okay, the Jedi, how they fight, the forms that they fight off are heavily based off of Asian sword fighting styles. It is based off of katanas and stuff like that. That's why everybody has got fancy, fast, flash movements like that, because it is all heavily based off of the Asian sword fighting styles. Okay?
Okay.
You put a hilt on that, and he's going to stab himself in the head or the shoulder or the arm or anything. So he has to completely trade up all of the friggin' sword style that they've been developing for, since like 1970.
Maybe this new Sith Lord or whatever he is going to change his style to like a medieval type of.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's what I
maybe
was
this
about to say.
particular Sith is using a dual-wielded or long sword or something like that, to where he's it has to be just.
Like when Darth Maul showed up with that double lightsaber, that changed everything.
Well, see, even that, his fighting style was heavily based on the double-sided weapons in Asia. Whereas with this weapon, he's going to have to completely change up his style to a broadsword style, a bigger sword.
I
And
saw
the
a bunch of reasoning.
Hold on a minute. The problem with that is the Asian fighting styles will drop him quick. The biggest advantage that knights had over samurais was armor. Okay, where a samurai runs in with bamboo, more or less, a knight had a full plate mail. He was slow, and his sword hit hard, where the samurai was faster.
I saw a few reasonings why his lightsaber was like that. The first one is Luke disappeared. After episode 6, Luke went into hiding, hiding, and he just sort of never came back. And that lightsaber is what Solo and what Jason sort of figured out was like, no, this is the best I got. Or this dude, or it is a flawed design, and the lightsaber's not very good because this guy is like OG, like original lightsaber, like very first guy, very first Jedi and Sith.
Well, this isn't a guy; it's a girl. I think. The one that with the sword. I think that's Bree from Game of Thrones who's playing that part.
Okay, well, she is the very first, where she would be like one of the very first Sith who somehow explains that she's just waking up now because of something that happened in the past.
I don't know. I loved it.
I don't know. Don't get me wrong; it's cool, but when you compare it to the fighting styles of the other Jedi and all that stuff, it looks like it's going to be slow and clunky. And
it's not like that at all, and it's like a Rubik's cube, and like the hilt will pop out of different sides when she needs it, and she like can throw it in. See, the lightsaber can come out of any side, and the hilt will just keep moving.
Well, actually, Jordan has a point.
Sort of Rubik's cube.
He has a point right there. They don't have to pop up at the same time. She could. I mean, that lightsaber can work as a regular lightsaber, and those two hilts come out whenever the hell she wants them to. So.
It's possible. I mean, time will only tell. This is just going off of the 88-second trailer that I've seen.
Yeah.
So we can only wonder what crap Disney and J.J. Abrams is going to come up with.
Did you ever? Okay. This is what I don't get. You nerds, you whine about this. You whine about everything. Okay. Would you be satisfied if you didn't get a Star Wars movie?
Yes.
I wouldn't. Oh.
You know why? This is the reason why. Okay.
Why?
Because the expanded universe is so rich with stories and adventures and everything that even if till the day I die or the day that George dies, we never see another Star Wars movie, I would still be happy because I have such a huge, rich series of books that I can sit down and read.
No.
My imagination is just as good as a theater.
No, I want more movies. I don't fucking want to sit there and read.
Yeah, I wish they would have made more than 3 movies like back then, like back in the before now. I'm glad we're gonna get 6 movies finally.
I mean,
I mean, there could have been a lot for it, but I mean, you're tampering with a lot too, just because it could be very much like a comic book-esque, Marvel-esque type thing, where it's all these multiple stories going on in the same universe, and
that is what they're going to do.
That's a
Like
possibility.
you're gonna have a bounty hunter movie. Like minor characters in the Star Wars will get their own movies, like the Avengers.
And
Yeah.
that's what people have been bitching about for years. They want a Boba Fett movie. Well, you're gonna get one now, so
I don't want a
You gotta-
Boba Fett movie. I don't
Oh,
want a
oh my
Yoda
God.
movie. I don't want a Jar Jar Binks movie. I want a Star Wars movie that follows the extended universe. I want to see True Separakis. Now, I'll never see that in digital, video form because unfortunately, Mark Hamill and everybody else is too damn old to shoot it.
Yep.
But like in 1996 when they wrote it, they should have got Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher's ass on a treadmill, made them shed the pounds, and shot True Separakis, okay? Because that is one of the greatest stories that they ever made, and that was the first book of the extended galaxy. I'm sorry, the extended universe, and it's no longer canon. And it's like, you guys have just ruined a lot of awesome storytelling by making it, this is no longer canon, but it's called Legends now. So we're
I
going
don't
to
think
take
that.
this.
Why does it ruin it for you? Because it just seems like it's a cool story.
Because there's not going to be any new stories to that universe anymore. They have completely stopped it. Any books released after that point when they released the statement are all now have to be in the new canon.
Well,
But okay,
Well, I don't know what the new canon is. So the new canon, for all we know, the new canon could be badass.
but
Or it could be complete shit.
but
got a
Kelly,
point.
Kelly, it's not a law. It's not a law when they put out that statement. They could still be part of your story arc. You can ignore every other shit. I mean, it's not a law. They didn't fucking say you gotta follow this or you're gonna
Yeah,
get arrested.
Kelly. When they finish making Star Wars movies again, when they're sort of Disney's putting it in their vault, you release an entire history of the Star Wars universe to what you want it to be, and then there you go. Just ignore everything else.
Oh, listen, I know all this. I completely understand that. But as a nerd and as it being some of my favorite stuff, I have to bitch about it.
Okay, well,
They are tampering with my toy box, okay?
no,
Bam.
Don't
bottom-
tamper with my toy box.
hold on. Bottom line, next December, will you be in line to watch Star Wars?
Of course I will.
Oh well, shut up, Dan. Shut up,
Just
Dan.
like every other nerd out there, I will be standing there probably with a Jedi robe on and one of my 4 lightsabers going, all right, bitches, let's see this, all right? Just
Are
like
you
I
gonna watch-
bitched about Star Trek, the reboot of Star Trek, and then I sat down and watched it. I love both of those movies, but I still would have liked to seen something that continued the original storyline. But,
Are you going
whatever.
to watch the rest of the trailers?
Probably.
Of course he is.
I think I'm
Of course I am.
Oh,
think
yeah,
I'm-
of course you're gonna.
I mean, it's like this. I might be bitching about it now, and I am upset about the fact that they just shat on the entire, extended universe because, like I said, that is almost 20 years of rich stories and fantastic adventures, and they're like, this is no longer important. I think that is my issue. Is just they said this is no longer important.
I think I'm done watching the trailers because part of the movie's already ruined for me, and so I think I'm definitely not going to watch them anymore. Because I didn't see any trailers for the Phantom Menace, and I didn't know much about Star Wars. And when Darth Maul had the double-sided lightsaber, it blew my mind. And now that new lightsaber, the cross lightsaber, is not going to be a surprise for me when I see it in the movies.
By the way, I don't know why people
Like-
shit all over Phantom Menace. I thought that was one of the best ones.
Jar Jar Binks
Well,
is what killed that.
Well, who cares?
Andy's
The
the one who killed that.
politics is what killed that, dude. I'm a
That
kid,
did
and I'm
kill
going
that.
in there. I'm in this theater, and I'm expecting some Star Wars shit. Instead, I gotta listen to their trade routes and shit, their trade agreements and stuff. What kid wants to
Okay.
listen to democracy?
The-
At
the-
least
I
breezed
hate to
over
break it. Hold on,
Anakin being born from this Force.
I hate to break it to you, but have you ever watched? I mean, you've obviously watched it, but go back and rewatch episodes 5, 6, and 7. It's political. These movies are political movies.
No, I understand that. I understand that part of it, but I mean, it didn't have to be so complex. I mean,
Okay.
in the 4, 5, and 6, the politics were there's the bad guys, here are the good guys, and progressively you find out the cause is more just for the Republic rather than it being for the Empire. Or at least that's how the story is told. How it's supposed to be.
Yeah, once the Empire blew up that planet, I was pretty on board with the rebels.
But I think the last fight with Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and
Qui-Gon and
Qui-Gon Jinn, yeah, I think that made up for the whole fucking shit. I mean,
Oh,
that was
that was
fantastic.
fantastic.
That
Actually, if you watch
I
episode
thought it was
3
the
again,
pod racing. I thought the pod racing was really good.
no,
Yeah,
that
that was really good too.
that was that pod, and that was all built in so he could sell video games. That was a big waste of time.
Well, it
Okay,
sold me
okay.
because I bought the video game and it was amazing.
Yeah. I was about to say, don't you realize that a lot of things in movies are there to sell video games and/or toys, especially when it's a kids movie?
Hmm.
I mean, they had what is it, Young Justice? There was a DC Young Justice like Teen Titans TV show on Cartoon Network, 2 seasons, and they said if the toy sales weren't good enough, they wouldn't do a 3rd season. And I sat down and I watched the 2 seasons, and by far that is probably one of the best renditions of a comic book I've watched in
There
a
you go.
very long time, and it was fantastic. And they never finished it because guess what? The toy sales weren't enough.
Speaking of comic books, do we want to talk about Suicide Squad and the casting?
Who's
Do
in
you
it?
guys, do you guys
Will
care? Will Smith is Deadshot. The big one is Jared Leto as the Joker.
Why is Joker in Suicide Squad?
I have no idea, but they put him in there. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes no sense. Why is the Joker in Suicide Squad? Because
I don't. To
he
sell
has
the,
no, he would have just killed. Oh, anyways,
sell-
sorry, my inner nerd's coming out raging
no,
right at
well,
that.
no, that was the point. But it's just in there to sell the movie. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to see Jared Leto play the Joker. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's a good actor. I don't know.
I think
I
that-
don't-
I've
I
only
just
seen him in
like
one
that-
movie where he played a tranny and he did a good job. So
this
Yeah, Dallas Buyers Club. That was a fucking great movie.
was a good movie.
I don't know if I've ever seen him in any movie. I don't even know who he is.
Really?
he's a musician and an actor. He was in Dallas Buyers Club with McConaughey.
30 Seconds to Mars.
I mean,
Yeah.
he just
Okay,
won an
yeah.
he just won an Oscar last year. That's all he did. But I mean,
Okay,
he's no-
I know who you're talking about now.
but you're right, Kelly. He's a nobody. He's a nobody. But
Name
He
another
was-
person
he was
who's won an
in-
Oscar.
An actor, then singer, and then actor, and then
Yep.
singer.
but
I don't know.
he played that tranny role so well.
He
I think that
really did.
What
yeah,
movie?
yeah.
Dallas
Dallas.
Buyers Club.
He played a heroin
Okay.
addict really well too.
So
I think he might have been.
I think you need a fucking crazy actor like that that can pull off roles like that to play the Joker. So
Hmm.
I can't wait to see that performance. It's gonna be
Well,
2 years, I think.
Yeah, we'll see.
2016.
He's got a
finished
pretty
shooting
good
Ant-Man
draft
this week.
I think.
Last week.
Oh, that'll be good. I like that, dude. Ant-Man's legit.
I'm not a fan of Ant-Man. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, it's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be all the movies that are coming out are gonna be great.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be entertaining. But I'm not like Guardians of the Galaxy. I just saw it like a couple weeks ago. I didn't think it was as good as people said. I thought it was okay. It was good, but I didn't think it was that good.
I don't like Chris Pratt, so I didn't.
What? You don't like Chris Pratt?
Listen,
know.
the best.
No,
the
I thought he was the best part of the movie. I didn't care for the fucking raccoon or the tree.
Oh,
Sly
we can't
people,
be
you didn't like
friends
Sly
no
people?
more, man. Because the best 2 people in that movie, the best people in that movie, were Groot and Batista.
There you
But
go.
Because-
no, he sucked balls. Chris
What are
Pratt,
you talking about? He
Hey, Chris-
executed every line perfectly. He's like, nothing gets over my head. My
Okay,
reactions
okay.
are too good. I'll
he-
catch it. And it's like
okay.
he did it perfectly.
But Batista was legit. Come on, man.
Okay,
That was-
he's built up as his badass, but then as soon as he goes up against Ronan, he gets the shit kicked out of him.
Kicked out of him.
Like,
Yes.
It's like, fuck you.
That was great. Oh my
No.
god! And he's like, then what's her face? The Amy Pond jumps down, dressed up as the Gamora's sister, and she's like,
Yeah.
you were a dirty traitor. Starts cursing at her, and then he pulls up the rocket launcher and shoots him, and everybody looks at him. He's like, nobody shall talk down to my friend.
It was good. I mean, but it gave the crowd something different because it showed that comic books can be like fun and family, not all like serious comic book nerd stuff. That it could be for everyone, and so I'm pretty sure people who are non-believers were believers with that.
and then Vin Diesel. Once again, some of his best roles ever is when he says less than 3 words, or 3 words or less a movie. The best part of his career, I am Groot, and that's all he ever needs to say. Some of his best movies, he has very little lines, like Iron Giant. He was the Iron Giant. Awesome movie.
Was he
I
Iron Giant?
Yes, he was the Iron Giant.
I thought he was pretty good.
He has good movies where he has a lot. Like The Pacifier was a good movie, right?
There it is. That's what we're talking.
Like I thought Pitch Black was
We got true confessions over here.
Listen. Pitch Black was his best Riddick movie. Anybody who says Chronicles of Riddick was so much better than Pitch Black is an idiot.
Oh,
and
no,
that's my
no,
opinion.
no. That movie was complete. It was garbage.
Pitch Black was fantastic.
Yeah,
At the
okay.
end, whenever the girl gets dragged away and he's standing there pissed off, he's like, "But not for me." You know, that's when that killer just disappeared.
Other than that, besides the Fast and Furious movies, I don't.
Oh,
I don't
what the gay porn series for the Fast and the Furious and the Fast, Furious, Fast Five, FIFA 5, Fast 5. You know,
Hey,
I've never
the,
seen one of those
the
movies.
gay porn series that
hey,
that
hey,
going
hey,
on.
The Rock has revitalized that series.
The
what-
Rock clumps right in with the gay porn series. I'm sorry, but if you watch that movie, it's a bunch of muscly men in tight t-shirts and tight jeans. Come on. The only thing we're missing is the bad 80s porn music, and that's it.
How could you not like? How could you not like the? Well, I'll defend the Rock till the day I die. That man tweet.
What up, Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
He took the time. He took the time to tweet me. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, he
nice.
actually did tweet you?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
That out of like 6 million followers, he has. He took the time to tweet me. So.
Yeah, I mean, I like The Rock. Tooth Fairy was my shit.
Oh, come on.
I got a retweet and a follow from Jerry O'Connell.
See,
I-
that's awesome. Actually,
my
that's really
fam-
awesome.
My famous tweet.
Pretty happy about that.
I've been retweeted by Howard Stern.
Nice.
But got tweeted back by The Rock. Those are like A-list celebrities that are tweeting me up. And now I
See-
got
Go ahead.
some other like Houston Rockets. I've been like Houston Rockets players are tweeting me, but Tracy McGrady is tweeting me back. Kyle Lowry tweeted me back, and he blocked me at the same time. But anyways,
Nice. My
I got
my
I had a favorite from the Dalai Lama. I know it wasn't him, but somebody from the Dalai Lama felt I needed a favorite, and I'm happy for that.
And that's all you need, man.
my notable ones is I got Garrett Wang, which was a Star Trek cast member from Star Trek Voyager. He actually retweeted 3 of my tweets, responded to 2 of mine, and which was awesome. I'm like, ha! It's a kid retweeted me. I'm such a nerd. And then Austin St. John's, the original Red Power Ranger in America, he retweeted and followed me, and I was like,
Oh.
yes!
oh,
Power Rangers following me.
Jen Selter on Instagram. I don't know. Do you guys know who she is? She has like 3 billion followers on Instagram. She followed me on this. That's one of the hottest girls alive. Anyways,
Really?
I'm serious. I got a bunch of porn stars to tweet you guys, but that doesn't count. But whatever. It's nice when a porn star acknowledges you.
Yeah, we almost had Dakota Sky on Crewcast.
Do you think
Oh,
if you had a
wow,
porn
that
star on
would've been
Crewcast,
cool.
do you think Rich could control himself?
No, I don't think he would. But I mean, that's just the funny thing about that is like we almost had one, and then I'm pretty sure she then realized what the fuck Crewcast was, and was just like, "Ooh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna go on that." Infinite Rich, fucking it up.
Sweaty Jeff and then Mike with his weird Asian fetish.
Damn. I don't even know what to say to that.
The truth.
Oh. But yeah,
True.
Austin, I was like, Austin St. John's followed me. I'm like, oh,
That's pretty cool though.
that's
So
like my
Kelly-
childhood, man, there. That's my childhood. That's like the Power Man. I remember watching the first episode of Power Rangers when it aired on Fox in 1993, okay?
Nice.
Day in the
Thanks.
dumpsters. They got their butts kicked by putties.
Are you excited for the Ninja Turtle crossover?
Which one?
The Power Ranger Ninja Turtle movie.
Yeah, they did that in Power Rangers in Space.
Didn't they
dude.
did that? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the new one with the live action, where you have the live action turtles with the live action Power Rangers.
They did that in Power Rangers in Space.
Was it good?
No, it was horrible.
Will these be the Michael? Will these be the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
What'd you see this? Hold up, we need a link.
I will
Did
find
John-
the link.
Hold up.
I
Did
think
Johnny-
I'm almost positive I heard it from you.
Yeah, no, you
John-
didn't hear that from me.
Did Johnny Knoxville Leonardo, which was fucking stupid.
Oh, see, I liked the new movie. I enjoyed the new movie.
No,
Okay, a lot of people.
It wasn't it wasn't as bad as I thought it would. I mean, it falls in a decent category, but I would never buy it or anything. Give it a second try.
The thing is, with no, I knew there was a problem here. Let me turn that off real quick. The thing is, when
Yes.
with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, okay, we have had multiple storylines, multiple origins, little differences, but it's always been the same thing. It's been a story of four brothers, growing to age as teenagers and fighting together
Yeah.
and stopping the Shredder, okay? In this movie, it was still a story about four brothers in their teenage years stopping the Shredder, okay? They changed some of the origin story, which was okay. Some of it was kind of like, but all in all, it's still the four brothers still had the same personalities. Raphael was angry, Leonardo was the leader type, Donatello was nerdy, and Michelangelo was way too, laid back and goofy. And that's what made it work for me. I enjoyed it because the essentials for the show, for the movie, were there. The essential story was there. There was April, there was the Turtles, there was Splinter, there was Shredder. That's all that mattered.
Yes. So I couldn't find anything for the crossover, so it might probably not happening because I don't know where I heard it from. I can't remember. But here's the IMDb for the new Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, I've been keeping up on that one.
Yeah, there's no information here. It's just sort of like a plot.
They say that they're redoing like a lot of these movies, but really what they're doing is just like kind of repackaging them. So, for one case, for instance, I'd read a long time ago that they were going to redo Short Circuit, and I was like, holy shit, that's awesome! I would love to see a Short Circuit reboot. And I was at the movie theater the other day to go see a movie, and I saw this movie. Oh my god, what the hell is that, guys? And it's pretty much was the exact same thing as Short Circuit, but it was called something else. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? So it's not going to be a remake. It's just going to be a completely rehash of something else. And I think that's like the new trend in Hollywood right now. Is just to take an old idea and make it something new. Hold on, I'm trying to think who the hell that fucking kid is from Slumdog Millionaire. And D'Antwoord is they're in that movie too. They're starring in this fucking movie as their Dev Patel. That's what his name is.
There's a
Chappie. That's what this movie's called. It's called Chappie, and there's a trailer out for it. It's pretty much Short Circuit.
There's a Tarzan movie coming out.
Oh, Hugh Jackman's in it.
There's a live-action Tarzan movie coming out.
Yeah,
Is The Rock going to be playing him?
No, but Christoph Waltz is in it as Jane's dad, the explorer dude.
Cool.
When's the last time Christoph Waltz was relevant? Django?
No, he was in Horrible Bosses 2.
Yeah, but that movie sucked.
He's going to be in the new.
It was alright. I mean, it is what it was.
I mean, I didn't watch it, but the reviews were just killing.
It's a date movie. Who the hell cares?
Yeah, and he's going to be in the new. Christoph Waltz is going to be the bad guy in the new Bond movie.
Oh, that'd be good. I like that.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I actually would have before the Joker was even casted. I thought maybe Christoph Waltz would do a good Joker.
I don't know.
He did an amazing job as the Jew Hunter.
There was talks about, Jamie Foxx being the Joker and stuff like that.
No, you can't. No, you can't do that.
Nah, that's.
Why can't you do that?
Well, for the obvious reason, he's black.
Yeah, the same reason why.
I didn't say that. I didn't
Johnny
say
Storm.
that.
Hey, I
Johnny
said
Storm's
Okay.
black. They're just
Okay, so that's one thing that I actually talked about in a video that nobody watched because I was talking about it, and 20 people watched it, and I was like, "Gee, you can't leave a comment? Thanks, guys." Which is fine. I'd rather have them watch it and not leave a comment. But okay, Sue Storm and Johnny Storm are obviously brothers, and then one's white, one's black. So my thought is maybe Johnny's adopted. It could work.
maybe they're doing like a colorblind approach, and you're the racist one for noticing he's black.
maybe, maybe it's a Fantastic Four, and who gives a shit? Seriously, who fucking cares about the Fantastic Four?
I just like
Fantastic
that
Four
he's
came
gonna
out
get. No, you're gonna be more racist to a black Johnny Storm than the Thing.
The Fantastic Four came out like 5 years before the Marvel movies actually started getting good, and it was
That's
a shame.
because they're owned by a different company. They're not owned by Disney. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another company that has the rights for
Fox.
the Fantastic Four. Fox, that's what it is. Fox has the rights for the Fantastic Four movies, and that's why
Yeah.
you'll never see a crossover with X-Men and Avengers. Or not Avengers, X-Men and Fantastic Four, or Avengers and Fantastic Four.
Well,
I saw-
they are in talks for Spider-Man to do a crossover in the Avengers, so they are in talks.
Thank you. Oh my God, I mean, thank you. Why? Why
But
leave
what-
him out in the first place?
I know.
I mean,
Because
well,
of
Well, we all know why, but I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, not Avengers 2, but Avengers 3 he'll be in, most likely.
my question is, what Spider-Man though? Are we talking this new Spider-Man, which is probably one of the worst Spider-Mans I've seen?
well,
we
gonna
talk
about- I think
like
he's
new
okay.
Spider-Man.
I think he's
Yeah.
okay. I don't think he's that bad.
I like new Spider-Man. I think he's legit. I like him as Peter
And-
Parker.
Andrew
Yeah, like-
Garfield or whatever his name is.
I was hard to sell at first because I was just like, no, this guy's too much of a looks like a douchey looking kid. I don't think I like him too much. I can't relate to him as Peter Parker, you know.
Well, I think that Peter Parker's a nerd, so that's what he is.
I really enjoyed the first Amazing Spider-Man, and
I'm probably going to catch flack for this one, but I'd like to point out something really funny. But in all my years of reading comics and talking to people and asking people who their favorite heroes are in the Marvel Universe, every black person that I've met, their three favorite heroes in the Marvel Universe are the Hulk, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. Two of them are white nerdy guys, and one of them's an angry Canadian.
yeah.
Jordan Warrior.
What are they gonna say?
Um,
Black Panther? Like what?
I know it's
Well,
like
yeah. Well, no, exactly. That I figured they say Black Panther, Luke Cage, and fucking I don't know who else.
I have only heard maybe two or
Fourth
three people
generation
say
Green
Black.
Lantern.
Yeah, Black Panther and Luke Cage. Everybody's like Spider-Man, Hulk, and Wolverine, and I'm like,
No, but the
y'all wanna
greatest
y'all want to be white nerdy guys? Is that what
for,
that is?
for
Kinda
black
limited in
people and
their
superheroes, we had really one choice, and that was Static Shock because he was the baddest of ass superheroes.
Sorry,
I don't know-
Panther's been around longer than
Steel.
Statics. There was Steel in the 80s. There was
Oh yeah, I forgot
John.
about Steel.
John was the
But there
Green
was something
Lantern.
about Static Shock that like happened to me. Like this, I could do that. I just need to join a gang, get into a
Yeah.
gang war, and I could become a superhero.
That's all you needed to do.
Cyborg.
Cyborg, yeah.
Yeah,
He's getting his own movie, by the way.
that's pretty cool. And then there's what is it, Black Lightning, and his daughter Thunder.
Well, bottom line, there is a plethora of
Storm?
black. There's a plethora of black superheroes. What I am mad about is the Hispanics. We're getting the shaft. We got El Guapo, who's a guy of X-Force, who probably nobody's ever heard of, and that's it.
That sounds fake, El Guapo.
I'm not kidding. Look it up.
Isn't Nightcrawler Latin?
No, he's
No.
German.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Jeez, you're
Yeah.
right.
Kurt Wagner is not a Hispanic name.
No. For some reason, like I just thought for some reason like maybe I just am so used to playing a
Hold
video
on.
game with him in the jungle scene.
Here we go. List of Latin superheroes. AAA comics. We got Slug and Sebastian Christos.
Never heard of
Sure.
it.
AC Comics. We got these are AAA comics. I'm just going down the list of the publishers in alphabetical order. We got AC Comics, which is Fawn and Rada, half Mexican.
Never heard of it.
Rada.
Never heard of it.
The Black Monk. I'm not even going to say it in Spanish because I'll get accused of something else. All right, so these are just a whole crapload of different comic publishers that people don't know of really.
Okay,
We have-
but do you
hold on, we
recognize
have-
do you recognize the name off that list?
Okay, so I'm going to get the DC. Okay, DC Comics. Aztec, I know of him. Bane, one of the biggest villains slash
Oh, yeah.
mercenaries.
Oh
He
yeah, that
is
motherfucker
Latino.
does speak. Yeah, he does speak Spanish. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
from
you're right.
Colombia or something like
Brazil,
that.
I
No,
believe?
he's Caribbean Republic of Santa Prisca.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Yeah, but you're right. He does speak Spanish. So you're right.
Yep,
I forgot about that.
Bat Hombre.
That's
I've
retarded.
read that.
Like, does any authentic
Oh,
name
Hold on.
retain heritage just sounds offensive?
The new Blue Beetle is Latino. Anthony
gives-
Rodriguez.
Who gives a shit? Blue Beetle.
No, I'm sorry, Jamie Reyes. Excuse me.
Yeah. The fuck. Oh, Blue Beetle.
Let's see if I remember anybody. Blue
Keep
Beetle
it.
is awesome, man.
Keep him.
There's about 15 El Diablos and El Dart. I can't even pronounce that.
Yeah, who cares? Keep it on the list.
Fire, aka Green Fury. No, I
And
think I know of Green Fury.
and you got Crash Bandicoot, and that's about it.
That's right. Hold on. I know some more of these folks. Hold on. There's what? Really?
Maybe Jax. Jax look pretty Mexican.
What?
Holy
what-
crap! Oh my God, Green Lantern Kyle Rayner is Mexican.
Yeah. There is a. I was about to say there is a Mexican Green Lantern.
I am floored. I did not know that. Yeah. Holy crap! All right, let's look at these. Let's look at Marvel real quick.
Marvel has like I think, like I said, El Guapo.
I
It has-
got a wiki, bro. Right
It
here.
has a Mexican Tony Stark, or
Mexican
whatever.
Tony Stark.
Armadillo, Captain
And
America.
You had me there right there. You just say Mexican Tony Stark.
Yeah,
Captain-
but his name's Antonio Stark.
Oh my lord. Oh my god.
I don't reckon. There's a couple mutants that are Mexican, or Latino, I should say.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there are a good chunk of New Mutants. Gideon, he's from Spain, which you couldn't get any more, Spanish than that. Let's see. Scarlet.
No, but I count Spain as Euro trash. We were talking about South America here.
X-Men. The Tiger.
El Tigre.
El Tigre. He's Mayan. Oh, speaking of Mayan, Apocalypse.
Oh yeah,
See, that was 2012, man. That was...
isn't that Egyptian? No, isn't Pockets from Egypt?
Is what?
Isn't APOC from Egypt?
I thought he was
Yeah,
Mayan.
he's Egyptian.
Oh, he is Egyptian? Okay.
Yeah, in the
well,
last X-Men movie, he's like standing there building the pyramids with his mind.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
he ain't no Mexican.
Yeah, when I saw that, I immediately wanted to know who that was because he looked badass.
He's been casted, by the way. I think a guy I've never heard of.
Is he going to be in the next X-Men movie, or is he getting his own?
No, he's gonna be in the next X-Men called Age of Apocalypse. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Fucking, I flashed my custom pic of my Apocalypse, and nobody gave props to it.
Yeah, I have zero.
I had this comic book guy. He fucking drew me a custom slit of Apocalypse and autographed it for me. It was great.
That is
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
That is pretty awesome.
I got it. It's in the other room. I'm lazy. I don't want to go get it.
Nice. But no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, there isn't very many Latino superheroes.
Exactly. We got Bane and the Green Lantern and Antonio Stark. It's about it.
Antonio
Well,
Stark.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, wait a second. Didn't they, in the Marvel Universe, figure out that there are different dimensions, so there could very well
Yeah,
be
exactly.
Latino
That's how-
counterparts for all of them? So there you go. Racism solved in Marvel Universe. multi-dimensional superheroes. They got one for every race.
I'm just
They
waiting.
got an Asian Spider-Man.
I'm just waiting for them to come out with an El Mojado.
It's not web. It's ramen. It's just.
It's ramen. That's ramen.
Wow.
That's what always do they ever explain this in any of the Spider-Man comics? Is that like a community service thing in New York, cleaning up Spider-Man's webs? Because he sort
No,
of leaves them there.
He has
disintegrates after 2
self-defusing.
hours.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 hours it disintegrates?
Yeah.
This guy, it's ramen.
It's wrong. The villains eat their way out. They're like,
'Cause
man,
I
this
was
is pretty good. Can I get some chicken for you,
That was
Ron?"
the only thing about the Sam Raimi universe is that I had always grown up with my Spider-Man having having to reload it using the cartridges.
Mhm.
You know, that's what Oscorp was doing, was manufacturing the webbing material, and that's explained a little bit more in depthly about the radioactive spider that bit him. Rather than him becoming the spider, it's the spider that was already radiated or whatever to produce said web.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, whenever he got bit and he became Spider-Man, he actually has the knowledge in his brain to make it.
Yeah.
He understands how to make it.
I have an important question here. Does the Asian Spider-Man have a small penis?
I mean,
When I was like
when I was like 8 or 9, I guess he would, yeah.
When I was like 8 or 9, I had an encyclopedia of Spider-Man, and it was like all his different forms that he's appeared in during comic books, and there was a map of everywhere that he's been, and I shit you not, they had a web starting from New York to England, and it made it seem like he just swung across the ocean, like shot a web to England and then swang across the ocean.
That's a heck of a web. What did it grab onto?
Those big eyes would have to
I
be
don't know,
like,
probably that'd be funny. I don't know. He shot it. It was just one single web across the ocean, and it just made it seem like he just went.
what does he say? Everybody gets one.
I mean, there are glaciers in between that. I don't know that.
There's not. It would be funny if he like landed on Big Ben and just started pulling himself.
I don't even know what to say to that. Just that's one heck of a swing. And think about the speed he would need to pull himself in order to make it across the ocean. So I mean, by the time he got there, he would have the wind force would have ripped his clothes apart.
Well, not even just that, but I mean, like, if he were to shoot, I mean, like, at what speed would he have to shoot from
for it to be
wrist
reasonable
for it
to
to
get
be
there in time?
He's got to get a good arc on that thing too, you know. I mean, it's gonna,
shoot straight up in the.
Nope, no, it's not gonna make it. Hold on a minute.
Well, he
Right.
wasn't there. He pulled out his protractor and was like, right there, go.
What I lost tabs on a lot of the new superheroes, even after like the whole the outing or the government payroll superhero thing.
Oh,
where
the Civil War stuff that happened.
yeah.
Superhero registration.
They made up. Everybody's good now, and Peter actually came out and
He was one of the first, right? Wasn't he the first to unmask himself?
Iron Man technically was, but I mean everybody knew Tony Stark was Iron Man in the first place.
Yeah.
But when he outed himself, he had to actually move Aunt May and Mary Jane into the Avenger Tower to keep them safe, and it destroyed his marriage.
Yeah.
Like, it destroyed his life, and he made a deal with Mephistopheles, I believe, the guy who gave Johnny Storm, not Johnny Storm, Johnny Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Johnny Blaze, there we go. Gave Johnny Blaze his powers to wipe everybody's memory that Peter Parker's Spider-Man, and to completely remove the marriage.
Oh, look at that.
Mary Jane and Peter.
Just wrap that up real quick and easy, huh?
No.
Let's never talk about that again. Bury that underneath issue 323.
There's like 400. There's like a bunch of issues where he's dealing with the fact that he's the only one who remembers everything.
I mean, after the shit he's seen, I mean, is that even a thing anymore? Like, I mean, dude went to the future and fought with Cyborg. I mean, with fucking, yeah. I mean, he fought weird battles, man. He's seen like 6 of himself.
He's let's see, during the whole House of M series where what is her name? Scarlet Witch removed the majority of the mutant population. It went from like thousands, millions of mutants to 199 mutants in the world, and she did that by using her powers to warp reality, using Professor Xavier as the benchmark to do it. And Peter had the perfect life. Gwen was still alive. He was married, had a kid. He was Spider-Man. Everything was going great. And then Logan somehow remembered, and then there was a kid that could unlock everybody's memory, that was going around unlocking people's memories. And
as you do.
Yeah,
I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, but I got a question here. Are you two look like you are? Do Peter and Gwen and Mary Jane ever have a threesome?
No, Gwen dies before
Have
any
you
of
seen
that
the thing
happens.
that
Spoiler alert, if you haven't known that, it's only been around since
sorry.
the 70s, okay?
that Emma Stone, is that her name? Emma Stone, who played
Yeah.
Gwen,
Yep.
is trying to get the job as Mary Jane too.
What?
She said she'll go back to being a ginger, and she'll play them both.
Why not? Fuck it. Why not? Fuck it, why not? They've made worse decisions in that franchise. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. But there's a part where Peter gets his memories back, so he has 2 complete lives in his head, sets of memories in his head, and they're all sitting around on Stark Tower, and everybody who's there has their memories back, and all of a sudden they're all talking, and all of a sudden Peter just flips his wig, and he grabs the table and he smashes it on the ground. I'm talking like, a big old 400-pound like boardroom table, like, the ones that are like 20, 30 feet long.
Yeah.
Smashes it on the ground and then beats it to a pulp. And everybody's just staring at him, and he's like, just yelling and screaming and crying. And everybody's like, do you think we should stop him? And Scott looks at him and says, do you want to try to stop him? I mean, I can't really blame him for freaking out. If I had the time to, I would. But we don't really have the time for this right now. But it's just all that stuff, He remembers having a life with Gwen, and then remembering her dying all at the same time, and it's just too much for him. And there's this whole series of where he's like a complete basket case for 6 issues. So he does not fare well with stuff like that, but he keeps punishing himself
Teenagers.
over and over again.
Speaking of superheroes, Injustice: Gods Among Us is free on PSN this month.
Yeah,
It's a
fuck
great
that
story.
shit. I paid $30 for that fucking game.
I'm
and I
about to
give
get it
away
for free. I'm about to get it for free right now.
It's a great story to it too.
That's bullshit.
It's okay. It's alright.
Plants vs. Zombies is also free on PS4.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sitting there going, I got a PS3. What does that do good for me?
Oh,
on
I'm gonna
PS4?
play a Plants vs Zombies then. Fuck this, dude.
Plants vs Zombies is free on PS4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I downloaded it last night.
You have to download it today.
Go.
No, man.
Today?
You gotta download it
That,
today.
you gotta
Go.
download it before 6 o'clock.
I got a minute.
Getting loud.
Well, hurry up.
Holy fuck, I got a minute too. Goddamn,
press
you serious?
press the download button.
I'm going.
I think it might have been 6 o'clock Pacific though, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, so you guys got to do it now.
That makes sense, but
If you're gonna get it, you got to get it now. That's if they haven't stopped.
Kelly, have you been keeping up with Korra?
Oh, absolutely.
Did you watch the last episode?
Yeah, where she gets the cannon working, and then Toph and her awesomeness.
What are you guys talking about, Legend of Korra?
Yeah,
They-
did you notice that Kavira did not make a move towards Toph at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, she saw
They
Toph.
killed my
stop.
dream.
What?
Yeah, they killed my dream of the old group coming back though.
It's not gonna happen. Toph
Yeah,
says
as
it
soon as
plain
he
and
said, "Why do you
simple.
think Katara didn't get involved with that civil war?" I was like, oh, "No, they're not going to be in the finale."
But Toph showed up though. She showed up and just exerted her will into that group.
And what is it called? Yeah, Katara is old and sort of got fat. But I'm still waiting for the Zuko Katara wedding.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Gran got married in her 80s. They can get married.
But this that part where she turns around and she looks at Kavira, points at her, and says, "You make all metal benders look bad."
Yeah.
It's one of those moments of if Kuvira went after Toph, Toph would just destroy her.
I don't think so. I think
I do.
Kuvira is more agile and she's a good bender. Probably not.
That
Toph.
that doesn't mean
I think
anything
it would be a
because
good fight.
she's covered in metal, and Toph is the creator of metal bending. So the first thing that will happen is she'll be balled up into a little ball.
I think I saw a theory. The reason why that hasn't happened to Kuvira is the reason why Lin or Sue hasn't just grabbed Kuvira is because she's constantly bending the metal, like always.
Once again, it comes back to Toph created it. She is the creator of the style. Everybody that knows everything, it comes from her.
And she can probably platinum bend too.
Yeah,
Did
she
you-
probably can.
Did you download it?
Yeah, it's down
I'm
right now.
I'm looking for it right now. Where did you find it, Sim?
I just went to search. I just went to because we couldn't
Okay.
see it under free, so I just went
What-
to. It's Garden Warfare, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So, but yeah, I liked it. It was good. I can't wait for this next episode. And then the whole thing with what's his face? She goes to
Zahir?
see Hazir, which was pretty
Oh,
cool.
this is my theory was here. I think he's gonna fight Kuvira in the finale. I think she's gonna fire her weapon at Republic City, blow a hole through the ground in the mountain, and set Zahir free.
It should be interesting if they do
Because
that.
I think even if she did like the chains, I don't think those chains are really holding him. I think he could break out of the chains pretty easily, and then it's just a matter of her just fly away.
Yeah. Although I do like Zahir. He is pretty neat. The fact that he shows up and she looks at him and says, "You created an even bigger tyrant because of your actions."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Crap."
I saw. Did you see that almost every one of the villains for Korra, they all look like they're voice actors. Like Kuvira looks like exactly like Zelda Williams.
Really?
Yeah, like Zelda Williams looks exactly like Kuvira. And they're just planning to make a movie and just use the same voice actors.
That would be
Asa-
smart.
Asami looks like her character. Remember the last Airbender movie?
That was horrible.
Yeah,
Oh, the bad one?
the actor who played Princess Yue is the voice actor for Asami.
It's Yue.
Yeah, Princess Yue and the Last Airbender movie. That
Okay.
girl is now the voice of Asami.
That movie probably had the best trailer ever. The
Oh my
Last
God!
Airbender.
This is Robin Williams' daughter.
Yeah,
That didn't dawn on me at all. Holy crap! You're right. She does look like Kuvira. Huh? Mind
Yeah.
blown.
Well, good for it's good to have your mind blown every once in a while.
Yeah. No, what was really mind blowing is I ran into a friend I went to high school with. We lived literally during high school. We lived 5 minutes down the road from each other, and we right now live 5 minutes down the road from each other. And we're grown up. We got kids. We're married. Stuff like that. And we ran into a gas station like that's in between where we live.
Besties.
And enough adventures to where we could still get in trouble. And he's like, I'm like, who are you hanging out with? Because the other person was his wife, and there was another guy with him. And I'm like, who the hell is that? And he's like, that's my older brother's oldest son. And I'm like, last time I saw you, you were 4, and he's 18 now.
Damn.
Like,
Time flies.
yeah. I'm like, damn, I'm getting old. What happened? You were this? What?
Yeah.
Goes by real quick. And I realize it's like, holy fuck, it's like I'm halfway.
Yeah.
Because I plan to kill myself at 60.
Nice.
Yeah,
What do you
unless
plan for?
unless you're like uber rich, why would you want to live past 60? I don't know.
Because I want my kids to change my diaper. Just
No.
to revenge.
That's it. That's all you
Did
need.
you say live past 60?
Huh?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. A lot of people are on the bandwagon that immortality is in our lifetime.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna be the first one to sign up for that.
Well, yeah.
You-
Well, no. It probably is, but not for us schmucks. But for
You know-
billionaires, it is probably.
You know what the problem with immortality is? And our current regime of people
What?
is the old people, anybody from about the age of, I hate to say this with my parents in the background, but anybody with the age about 50 and up, are eventually need to die.
No, that's,
Love you. I
that's
love you
gonna happen.
guys.
No,
But
Logan's
eventually
run
need to die
style. That's
out
what's gonna
to
happen.
let
We
yeah,
need
well,
we need Soylent Green, dude. I mean, like someone's gotta give
exactly. Soylent Green time.
it up.
Anyways, but they need to die out because of the old way of thinking. But I have a good point, okay?
Well, no,
Just-
it would be to a point where this is where another thing too is just because it would be an inevitability, or at least something that would be in the higher end, just because if we were to travel in space, for extended periods of time, then relativity would eventually take a toll onto your body, whether it be mentally or physically, or probably in opposite directions of both, where you would not be able to ever comprehend that your body's aging much more fast than it is because of the extended amount of time that you thought was going through, but you didn't actually experience, if you're with me on that. So having something kind of to constantly update your vitals or rejuvenate something, or however you want to be, if you drink the magic soda or if you take the magic pill or whatever the fuck it is, it would need to be in order to sustain a traveling lifestyle in space.
Why would we need to go to space?
Because
Because
Earth
this
is
planet's gonna die.
dead.
But if we can, all right. I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he made a really good point about this. Is there's no reason to leave Earth. If we can go to another planet, colonize it, live on it, then we are advanced enough to fix the problems here on Earth. If we
Well,
can,
Okay. I agree with you to the point that yes, if we can colonize another planet, then we should be able to fix things on Earth. But at the same time, we can't stay on this planet for much longer because there is a huge amount of people, and the only thing we're going to do is continue to grow. And once there comes a point where we're going to be stacked on top of each other, living in Coruscant type deal, where the planet is just one big city and there is no ground. That's why we need to spread out and colonize.
I'm okay with Coruscant because you have Coruscant and then the water. You got Atlantis, a big Atlantis. And
it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like how Cowboy Bebop depicted it, where the entire we would create our own sphere, a sphere of mechanized satellites and just garbage, pretty much, just around the planet itself. Yeah. And then it would probably rob of everything else. It would probably just be constant dust. I would say that more so just because of the climate change that's happening, which is a fact. I feel that it's a fact just because of the numbers that are given to me. Because of the graphs and everything. But I would think that it would just be probably at this time to move away from the planet because of the unpredictableness of the elements. That we don't know what's gonna fucking happen.
Well, scientists have said, and I forgot what year it is, but they said that Florida is going to be wiped off the map by 2056. I think they said some shit like that. Florida is going to be gone.
But you have that, and you have just random, huge climate changes. You'll have violent storms that will, just probably take out like a lot of.
That's what I'm saying. They said Florida is going to be underwater in about 50 years.
And on top of that, every year we move closer and closer to the sun. So about 75 million years from now, if we are still on this planet, somehow, the Earth, the sun's going to swallow us, and then where are we? We're screwed.
That's pretty far along, though. I would
it
imagine
is pretty far along.
Probably we would go underground before then,
Yeah,
or create some sort of above ground kind of I don't know, maybe architect design. I would say more of a dome. I could just see that just being more secure just because of the weight they'd be able to support on top of it. But if you're making something like that to protect against the elements, then that'd be probably something.
Have
Too.
you
Something
guys-
like if a tornado went through it, it wouldn't do anything because it would probably just stop because of this impenetrable dome that's on top of it.
Have you guys seen the trash continent in the Pacific Ocean?
No.
There's a link. There is just a big old continent of trash that the sun has melted together, and it just swirls around out there.
Oh, cool, new land.
Yeah,
Whoa,
right.
What if people lived there? Like, you put some dirt, fertilize it, make it a nice place.
You wouldn't even really need to because the fertilizes out
That's
of the
nuts
trash.
how nature does that, though.
Yeah.
It's really nuts how how trade winds and the patterns of everything else like that just kind of
I bet it
created
smells
so.
great.
Well, I mean, the bits of the ocean wasn't fresh to begin with.
Mm.
It's fucking salt water, man.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't wake up and go. I mean, I guess if I were to be a sailor, but no, I definitely don't have sea legs. Ah, the sea smells. Oh, the sea. Oi.
Have you seen the
I-
movie In Time?
What is it?
With Justin
Time.
Timberlake?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake movie.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was I mean I thought that was a cool concept of how life is.
Yeah, time. Yeah, it's that like your money is basically your time.
Yeah, where the poorest people live to be about 30, and then the richest people will live forever.
Yeah, I thought
What is
it,
it-
I
what
thought
is
it
it
was
called?
pretty
In
In
time.
Time.
In Time?
Yeah. So the basic concept is currency is now time, and when you turn 25, your clock turns on,
Yeah, yeah, like
and you have
like
and that becomes your currency. So you buy things with time.
yeah, like you want a cup of coffee, it's gonna cost you a minute or an hour or
Yeah, a
whatever.
minute of your life. If you want to buy, like, there was something crazy. Like he bought like a crazy car, and he had to give like 65 years.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude! I wouldn't. I would just live to 26.
You're gonna spend all 25 years in a year?
Oh yeah, are you
So-
kidding me? Fucking, I would destroy it, dude. You kidding me?
Yeah, me too. I'd probably just live it.
Oh, and you stop aging too. Once you turn 25, you stop aging. That's
Oh,
the age.
oh my
That's how you will look forever.
I mean,
Oh, that's
I'm
unfortunate.
no,
Yeah,
not
there was
for
a
me.
guy who was 25, and he looked 25, but he was really like 108.
I like
I'm
16.
Has
I'm so-
anybody seen Interstellar?
Yeah,
No, not yet.
Fantastic.
I enjoyed it very much.
Fantastic
I
movie.
wanted to see it earlier, but I haven't been able to go yet.
I thought it was just amazing. I don't even know what to say about it. It was just that.
I've
As
heard
a-
mixed.
as a
I've
parent,
heard
probably
mixed
will for you,
reviews,
too.
but the people that I trust have all liked it.
But I liked it a lot. I mean, there was a love story in there. I mean, but as far as like it being
No.
a
There was
fertile love story.
If you're gonna spoil something, let me know.
No.
No,
It was
no.
a very
Okay.
no, Kelly. It needs to be said because it was an emotional part of it. It brought probably
Yes.
the best acting into it, and it was a huge element into it because they did say the whole love part was, and that I can understand was probably why people thought it was dumb or savvy. That given the whole equation of physics and everything else like that, that love is now into the equation too. But it's still something that is left to be determined because you do feel that presence when you love somebody, especially that's why they used it for a father-daughter experience there. So I thought it was well put, and it's a curious point. It's not one that we really don't know about too much, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I even enjoyed. I had a few things to say about it, just as far as the whole black hole thing. But I understand that was I ignored all of it because it was just Hollywood and it was for the movie. It was just for plot development to kind of keep it going. And at that point, you can really just make up any story that you want. You go inside of a black hole, it doesn't matter. It could be an orgy with dogs and cats in there. I mean, it would make just about as much sense as anything else.
That's very true.
Have you guys seen Europa Report?
No.
That was a really good movie. It's about a trip 5 astronauts took to the moon Europa of Jupiter because it has liquid water. It actually does have liquid water,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about them looking for life.
Wait a minute. It has liquid water?
Yes,
Are you sure? Are
positive.
you sure
it
it's
has
not
liquid water.
gas water or solid water?
Well,
Because-
wouldn't
because-
ice
hold on
still
a
be
minute,
called water?
because-
Ice is still
because
water.
liquid water-
It would become vapor, it would become liquid gas.
And when it's solid water, it's called ice. When it's gas, it's called steam.
I like solid water better. It sounds better. But it's a good movie.
Solid water is called ice. By
and
the way.
it has like a
Throw that out
creepy
to you.
it has a creepy feel to it when they get to the planet. It's a good
I
movie.
mean, it's
Huh?
there's
They get
thing-
right to the point. There's no pussyfooting around. They get right to the point.
Well, that's what I liked about kind of Interstellar, and if it's any the same way that you're describing this movie, is that there is that one thing, that one element that we, as humans, have, that intuition, that sixth sense, whether it be love or any other type of, I guess, elemental connection that you would have between one person to another. There is something there where you can just be like, oh, you know, I feel something. Something is a disturbance in the force. It's all around us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Kind of like how you get that weird sense that someone's staring at you, and you're just like, what?
Your spidey sense, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your spidey sense start tingling.
That's
I
why
think,
everyone liked the force, because they could believe it. The force is living. It's around us. It's always. It's changing.
You could measure it in your blood with some bullshit.
That's some bullshit. Did you know that Topher Grace, Eric Foreman, took
Yeah,
episodes 1, 2, and 3 and spliced them all together to make just one 85-minute long movie?
Yeah, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's so great," because he cut out all the fluff
Hmm.
and completely cut out pod racing and Jar Jar Binks and a couple other things, and just made Star Wars. And a lot of people said it was great, but he can't release it because it's copyrighted material.
Did you see one thing that
I'm sure it'll get leaked.
what is it called? J.J. Abrams
Sure.
a while ago tweeted a video from a fan-made video of a Star Wars movie, and he had to take it down. Like he took it down like 2 hours later, but it was the coolest fight scene I've ever seen. It was a Jedi versus a Sith, and the Sith cut the Jedi's lightsaber in half, and then the Jedi just started fighting with like Force hands. He just covered his hands in the Force as like a shield, and just used his hands to block the lightsaber and fight like that.
Makes sense.
It was awesome, and I'm hoping that makes it in the video.
Wouldn't mind seeing that. That'd be pretty cool. I'm excited to see this new lightsaber, despite what y'all are thinking.
Well, see, I want to see how it's used too. It's just if they're going to
Well, no,
use something like that, then they need to use a different fighting style.
well,
Because
no, I'm telling you what's going to happen. It's going to be your Asian whatever fighting style against medieval. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
absolutely, that's probably what is going to happen. It's just
Oh, with just some big old dude like that, dude, that'd be awesome. Oh man.
I mean, I'm trying to think of who's a good medieval like character like that knew how to fight. Really good.
Look at the Hound.
The Hound, yeah.
Oh no, well Brienne beat the shit out of him, so you have to take Brienne.
But then Brienne.
She's a great actor. I'm glad she's in it.
let's go with William Wallace. How about that?
There you go. How about that? That's a
Okay,
good one.
okay. Well, I mean, just
Something
look
that
at the-
doesn't have to do with Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Hey, we'll talk about Game of Thrones all day if I want to. Goddamn it, best show ever.
That show is crap compared to the books.
Oh my. Well,
There's a lot
for
of
me.
things because I cheated. I googled a lot of stuff, and I am disappointed because there's stuff that you'd be like, oh, well, I read this in Google. It's gonna see it in the show, and then you don't see it in the show.
No, there's.
Okay,
I just hope
Sim.
they.
Whoa,
end-
hold on. Sim, that is
Yeah.
the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. You
Well, no,
Googled- you didn't read the. You just read the Wikipedia for the books. You didn't actually read them.
No, I didn't. I didn't read them. I've read usually every other book series as far as everything else, but this is the only one that I didn't read. Just because, I mean, I felt like I was so far behind already in that playing catch up, and I already enjoyed the show. People were just like, oh, it's
No,
too
but
far off.
there's a couple of things that cut out, but I don't really think that they're that fucking important. I mean, I know the Lady Stoneheart part is really important,
I'll
It's
get it.
monumentally important.
I'll read it eventually. That's fine.
but I mean,
there's a lot of things they cut out that is important, but it's not important to the show
all right,
and the way the
well,
show is
no,
going.
Beside Lady Stoneheart, name me one that's
I don't know. I haven't watched the show since the first season.
Right,
After
but
the first season, it was crap. I was like,
Oh,
no.
what the hell?
I watched season 2. I watched season 2 and a little bit of 3, and I just couldn't get myself through 3. And that was it.
You couldn't
Harry,
get through.
Cause and you know what? This is the case of where the fans killed it
three
for me.
was one of the best fucking seasons ever.
I'll give
This
you
is-
one. Who's the dude who rides the elk that helps Brand?
The White Ranger or whatever his name is.
Cold Hands.
Cold Hands.
Cold
You got
Hands.
it.
There we go. Oh, here we go. The Hound's death.
He's
They
not-
did
he's
it.
not-
They
He's not
they
dead.
did it like in the books, I think.
The
He's not
Hound
dead.
is dead.
He's not dead. They never confirmed him dead.
Hold on.
Nobody knows that.
is dead. Okay. And,
Okay,
and they will take care of
never
that.
fucking confirmed it.
He is
They
dead.
never
Trust me.
confirmed. They've never. No, this is the hold on. This is Game of Thrones we're talking about here. Unless they confirm it,
Trust
he's
me.
not
Nobody
dead.
knows that.
No.
Nobody knows
Whoa,
Clegane
that.
whoa!
is
This is
dead.
Game of Thrones. They don't care who they kill. I don't know why
Yeah,
you
dude,
think they're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
keep him
There is no
alive. He's gone.
confirmation
He
of
is
somebody
gone.
dead. If somebody is implied dead, they're dead. I'm sorry, dead. And,
Okay.
No.
Do you think the mountain's dead?
the Mountain?
Yeah.
Yes, he's dead. He
No.
dies a horrible death.
No. He's not dead.
Both Sander and Gregor Clegane are dead.
No,
Dead.
they're both alive.
Dead
in the
as a
books.
doornail.
They're
Okay.
both alive. in the books.
Sander gets a nice
White
burial
Walkers?
by a monk that finds him, and the Mountain dies a horrible, painful death of venom. And I think what's his face finally gives him just puts him out of his misery.
No, the mountain comes back, sir.
No, he doesn't. He's
Oh,
dead.
no, he doesn't.
He's
No,
dead.
no.
The
Oh
Mountain.
man, it's
Where-
just like
where-
Jon
why do you
Snow.
think he comes back? What did you? Why do you think
Okay.
this?
Okay. Well, it's all part of the Dornish master plan here. So
You do realize this TV show is based on books,
Hold
and
on.
the books have already happened.
I actually,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that.
and I gotta dip, man. I gotta get ready for this date.
Okay, now that's cool. I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Oh, but just give us like 5 more minutes. I have to hear this
Go
shovel this shit he's about to shovel.
Okay.
This is gonna be smelly.
Cersei is gonna get in trouble with High Septon. She's gonna ask for a trial by combat somehow, and she asked Jamie to fucking fight for her. Jamie ignores her, says "fuck you." So out comes this White Knight, just dressed in armor. He's
Okay,
Tall-
that's it.
tall
I
as a
can't
mountain.
listen
That's
to it
him.
anymore.
That's him.
I can't
That's
listen
fucking
to it anymore.
That's fucking
No,
him.
dead. Both of the Clegane brothers are dead as a doornail.
No, that's him.
Buried in some. Okay, no, you know what? The Hound has a better death than the Mountain does. The Mountain probably never even sees a hole. He just probably gets, thrown in a ditch somewhere.
Okay.
Anyways,
okay.
listen. All right, Ricardo, go ahead and talk about your thing with GoFundMe real quick.
Oh, guys, I'm running an Indiegogo campaign right now. Is to get more therapy because my therapy runs out. It was gonna run out tomorrow, but they gave me one more session on Wednesday, and after that, I will have no more therapy for about. They said at the end of February, so we're just gonna call it 3 months. So if I do not get more therapy, I will lose all the progress I've gained. So far, at this very moment, I weigh 278 pounds. I weighed 410 pounds 2 years ago. So losing weight is possible, and I did it from bed. So if you guys can go to the campaign site, contribute if you can, and if you can't, share it. I mean, it's just as good as contributing to me. Get more eyes on it. I would greatly be appreciated. And I'm gonna need therapy even more now because not tomorrow, but the next Monday on the 15th, I will be having double hip replacement surgery. So yeah. So
Any pennies you guys can contribute to this man, I'll put the link in the description. Would help him out in continuing his therapy to help him, help him get back on. Well, not really get back on his feet, but get healthy.
That's even more important because I'm gonna have double hip replacement surgery, and it's gonna take me about 2 weeks to recover from that. And right after that, I'm gonna need the therapy so the surgery won't be a fucking waste. So yeah.
Yep. So everybody, thank you guys for coming and checking out. Sorry about all the background noise for everybody on Twitch because my mic picks up everything, and my family is loud and noisy, and my family. And if you guys can help out, the link is in the description at the top for Ricardo here. And thank you guys for watching. Love your faces. You guys rock. Sim, thank you for coming out. This is episode 50. I've made it halfway to 100.
Thank you, sir.
Jordan,
Good
thank you for
luck.
coming out. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out and dealing with the fun of my
This.
and chatting with me on episode 50.
Bye, guys.
So, everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.